What about adding a timer to your next D&D adventure? One of the things that we've been exploring are alternative ways to run an adventure, to create tension in an adventure, to create urgency, a sense that, yes, the players in character and out of character are going to talk and strategize and decide, but the clock is ticking. Something's happening. You need to make a decision before something happens. And in that decision, in that collaboration, it leads to some interesting adventure hooks. I want to push out an example of this in a recent adventure that I utilized, give you some ideas, give you some feedback, and maybe some things to incorporate in your next D&D adventure. So this is the background. At a local roadside inn, the players are recovering from the last adventure. They're strategizing, they're resting up, they're getting their spells and hit points back. And all of a sudden, this magical frost, this magical ice seems to surround the inn and begin to leak in under the doors, through the windows, magically flash freezing, a little bit of a tongue twister there, flash freezing everything that it touches. And for this adventure, I have a map that I've laid out of the inn, real time, 5x5 squares with miniatures of the NPCs and the commoners in the room. We've got some furniture, specifically 3D. And I, with a kind of blue metallic dry erase marker, I mark off where the ice is moving in the inn, the squares that it's filling, the walls that it's touching, and if the players come into contact with that, they take magical damage. They might be flash frozen. And every couple of turns, the ice gets a little bit closer, and it's starting to take over. There's a second floor and a third floor of the inn. It's doing the same up there. It's a race against a timer for the players to figure out what exactly is going on. I'm working with the NPCs, working with the various challenges. It turns out actually what was going on up on the third floor, there was a wizard, and the wizard went out. The apprentice is there. The apprentice opened a magical box that he was told not to open, releasing this kind of ice orb that began magically radiating and flash freezing everything at the inn. Adding a timer to your adventure, and the timer could take place in many forms and in many ways, to add that sense of urgency outside of roll for initiative or outside of something is approaching, pushing the characters, creating that tension, and possibly an alternate way to engage the party and engage the players in the game.